Sometimes I wonder, Sunanda takes so much load, so many programs she can. And she says, I'm your third daughter. I said, Namaste. And she gave another granddaughter. Me, she's having a daughter, Aishu. I think she is doing MBBS medicine. She wants to go for cardiology.
Anita ma'am, can I mention Srideep Clover Learning Center all or only Yellow Pond?
Manasa Subakara Mind Clinic.
Yes, sir.
I think that is enough, I think.
In association with Yellow Pond and Forest.
Ah.
That's it, sir.
That is enough.
Okay, sir.
Sunanda is missing her. She has fallen asleep. Most of the time, psychologists and psychiatrists take things very seriously. I said, for heaven's sake, don't do that. Because you will become a psychic case in course of time. If you take things very seriously. Reasonable seriousness is okay. What, Archana? Sunanda, ready? Okay. Anita,
yes.
Anita, go ahead.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you please permit the persons who are waiting to join?
Yeah, okay.
It is there, ma'am. I didn't get the YouTube. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Namaste and good afternoon, everyone. And I would like to welcome the different resource persons for the day. And we are in the process of celebrating the World Mental Health Day. And in fact, and I would like to welcome each one of you. We're happy and pleased to welcome each one of you for the session on workplace, mental health at the workplace. And I would invite our resource person, and this is on behalf of the different organizers, Manasa Shubakara Mind Care, Hyderabad Yellow Pond Counseling Center India, Forest Creative Arts Studio Punjab. I would like to welcome our honorable resource person for the day, Mr. Dinakaran sir, who's happy to introduce him to all of you. He's aged 79 years. He has completed his postgraduate degree in applied economics, secretary of the Deccan Positive Mental Health team. A few more things about him. He started his career as a State Bank of Hyderabad. Throughout his career, he specialized in human resource development, personal management, training, and corporate credit. He has received training in behavioral sciences from the Indian Society for Individual and Social Development, ISIST, and transactional analysis. With that very, very short introduction, I would like to welcome you, sir. The floor is yours. Over to you, sir. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Welcome, Jyoti Raja. One second.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sorry to join late.
No,
I'm just
welcome.
coming from outside. Just now I reached home.
My voice is
नमस्ते
clear.
ज्योति मैम.
नमस्ते जी, कैसे हैं आप?
बस मैम चल रहा है.
बहुत दिन हो गया आपको देखे.
Yes, ma'am. I was little bit busy with my other work, so I couldn't join you all.
I know.
For that, sorry, ma'am.
Is my voice clear?
Yeah, now it's clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I was very much interested in this topic because recently I have read about some executive or a staff or associate in E&Y. You know, E&Y means Ernst & Young, one of the top audit firms. She committed suicide. And that one of the chief executives of the E&Y, we are nowhere connected with that. It is just some family affair or something. There was a lot of social backlash about that fellow for talking like that. Then why I am interested is my granddaughter, which she is also witnessing, Akanksha Sharma. She joined hardly 15 days back in E&Y. And she is working now in E&Y in Hyderabad. Therefore, I said this topic is of great interest to me. And also, that is why she said, Tata means grandfather. I will also would like to hear. I said most welcome. When we are talking about mental health, I want to make it into 4 parts. Actually, what is mental health? If somebody has attended the program of Dr. Alok uh, Bajpai, they would have known. But I'm not talking from the bookish angle. I'm talking from a personal angle of living my life 79 years. And in a way, happy life, not that I'm not having ups and downs. One of the most important thing for a proper mental health, any person you want to say whether he's having proper mental health or not, it is not absence of disease, as they said. Is he having the capacity for resilience? Is having that quality of resilience? Most of the people are under the impression, I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Most of the people think resilience means bounce back. I don't say it is bounce back. You know, you hit a ball, it comes back. Resilience is not that. Resilience means you fall down, then you get scratches. You dust yourself, get up and walk again. Only ensure that you won't fall into the same ditch again, twice. But life is a process where you fall, you get up and go. That is resilience, not bounce back. You hit a ball, it comes back. No. Every time you face adversity or difficulty, no doubt you are going to be down for some time. But resilience means coming out of it. Therefore, one of the most quality of a mentally healthy person is resilience. Second thing is RR. RR means are you reacting or are you responding? I think most of you know what is meant by reaction, what is meant by response. If you remember, when we were kids, when you're angry, mother and father used to say, count 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means then you will go for the proper response instead of reacting. There is another one more quality. Third quality is they should be aware of their own limitations. In the sense, there is a concept of 3 circles. I don't know how many people are aware of it. 3 circles. Every person will have around him 3 circles. Circle of control, circle of influence, circle of concern. Things he can control, only he can do. Things he can influence, but other person depends upon other person whether he wants to be influenced or not. Therefore, most important thing is one should know the limitations. Fourth most important thing, as I feel, is always try to operate from positive framework of mind. Not that negative thoughts won't come. Negative thoughts, negative feelings will come. But you should be in a position to keep them aside and again get back to your positive frame of mind. Therefore, a mentally healthy person is the person who is having all these 4 qualities. Therefore, we have to check ourselves as psychologists or counselors or whatever it is. Are we having these 4 qualities? That is what the question of definition of broadly, as I feel. I am not going with books and etc. I am going by my personal experience and knowledge. Then, now come to the mental health at workplace. When we are talking about the mental health at workplace, I divide into 3 parts. One is who are the bosses? Bosses who have created the work atmosphere. Because if you have seen any workstation, there is a team manager, team leader, and the associates or staff or whatever it is. But the whole atmosphere is created by whom? By the big bosses. Therefore, our big bosses are in a position to create a proper, conducive atmosphere for the staff, including team leaders and managers. Therefore, if you have seen any workplace, the workplace is not owned or controlled by those people who are working in that workplace. It is controlled by some top guys, maybe senior management, top executives, vice presidents, things like that. Therefore, when you are talking about workspace, we have to think of those bosses who have created, whether they have created proper atmosphere. In this, I will give you a small example. I think it is one of the Tata's firms. I'm not very sure. It appears a lot of staff have came and complained to the chief CEO, sir, our restrooms are absolutely bad, absolutely third class. It is smelling and etc. Whereas executives, officers' restrooms are very top class. Then he asked the chief executive, asked the in charge of that, and asked them how much time you take to see that the workers' restrooms are also properly done. He said, sir, it will take 1 or 2 months. He said, don't worry. Immediately asked his PA, personal assistant, to change the boards. In the workplace, he has workers' restrooms he has kept top executives. In the top executives restroom, he has put the board of workers. And he said every week you change it. Within 10 days, both the restrooms are equal. That is a good boss. Therefore, boss has to create an atmosphere, conducive atmosphere. His boss, I'm talking to boss means bosses or whatever it is, who are in charge of these things, are they taking proper care of working atmosphere, providing training. Most of the time, they think training means technical training or knowledge training. It is not so. What about the emotional well-being of the staff? Have they taken care of the proper schemes, proper career path? Has everybody understood what is his career path? Career progression is there. All these things the big bosses have to take care. Otherwise, most of the time I have found out the staff working, they are not very sure when their next promotion, when their next increment, when their next reward is there. Therefore, it has to be crystal clear to all the staff how the career progression is going to be there and what is going to be the punishment, reward and punishment. I don't want to use the punishment. What I'm saying is, if somebody is not doing proper work, at least counseling properly. Don't punish him. There was the R&P, reward and punishment concept. I don't agree. Reward and also counsel how to do best work. Therefore, it is the main problem is bosses have to take care of a lot of take care to see all the workstations or all the workplaces which are under their control are properly managed. I gave the example of the starters, restrooms, but I don't think how many people are doing it. I'm not very sure about it. Then whether proper atmosphere, everything should be created. Then come to the second level. One is the concept I talk about mental health from my angle, then talk about bosses, then talk about in the workstation or workspace, whatever the team leaders or managers, what we call. First, they have to look into themselves. Are they really mentally hale and healthy? Because a lot of guys come with a lot of issues. They would have fought with their wife or husband. They will come and take out that anger or frustration on the staff working and everything. Therefore, team leaders and managers should constantly look into themselves, introspect what type of behavior they are doing. They should be the role model for them. Comes late. I know the case where 3 days they are expected to come to the office and remaining 2 days because 5-day week there is international, top class company. But in these 3 days, the manager comes late or team leader comes late. What is the example you are giving? What is the role model you are giving to the? Some excuse you will give. That is not the issue. When you say 10 o'clock, you should be there by team leader and manager should be there by 9:45, so that people should know that this man is very particular. And they should also be trained in how to motivate their staff and how to counsel them. But I don't know how many managers, team leaders are capable of counseling. First is they have to introspect, they have to equip themselves, then they have to motivate, they have to take care of these people. That is the boss, team leaders and managers. Now, the team leaders manager should be in a position to keenly observe every staff member. What type of facial expression he's having, whether he's feeling lonely, whether he's feeling distress because of the workload. As I told you the example of ENY, that girl, young girl committed suicide. That means he's in a workload. Therefore, team leader and manager should constantly observe the people who are working under to find out who is lagging behind in the work, who is feeling stress, who is not having good interpersonal relations, who is having argumentative nature, who is regularly fighting, who is regularly coming late, who is looking depressed. All these things, team leader and manager should be in a position to observe and then counsel the staff members. This is the third aspect. The last aspect is staff themselves. Then, what is the role of the staff? If they are feeling overstressed, overburdened, are they having the guts, courage to go and share with the team leader or manager, if necessary, to the top bosses? First, they have to develop that quality. If they are getting overloaded, because you know the old concept, reward for good work is more work. That is not the proper thing. Reward for good work is appreciation. Reward for good work is not more work. That is the old saying. They have to change it. Good work, you appreciate them. If you find you are getting overloaded, go and share with the team leader and manager or to the big boss that this workload is too much. Don't have that going back into the house and crying or thinking of committing suicide, etc. Then how to take care of this? You have each staff member should be in a position to look into himself and interact with the other colleagues. And if necessary, outside of office hours, he should interact with his close, good friends who can counsel them, who can lend their shoulders. But in the office, he should be in a position to get along with all others by the way he behaves, why they interacts with them, the way he shares their work also, if necessary. If these qualities he develops, I don't think there will be much problem. Only one advice I give to all the staff who are working, develop a positive outlook, positive mind. Go for regular exercise, pranayam, meditation, and positive thinking. If you take care of these things, in addition to the knowledge aspect, I'm very sure you are going to succeed in your life. Beyond that, I don't want to say. Already time is 2:22. Okay, Anita, I'm done.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for those wonderful, thoughtful, and meaningful points. And thank you. We'll definitely reflect on those points that you have shared today. Thank you so much once again.
One
And moving
second.
on to our next
Only
speaker.
Rajalakshmi clap.
Yes, sir.
Sripali not clap. Archana not clap. Sripali Shaji not clap. Why?
No, sir, I sent you the flower.
No,
Flower,
no,
this one.
Rajalakshmi is clapping like that. I can say.
Okay, then clapping, sir.
Sir,
No.
I didn't clap, but I captured your every single point.
Sir, I
No,
sent those
I was
emojis,
typing it.
claps, everything, sir, with this work also.
what I'm saying is, don't take everything seriously. Smile. Laughter is the best medicine.
Sir,
Be,
typed
be,
your every single word.
being a psychologist doesn't mean you should be a Roti Surat. Roti Surat means, Hyderabad we call it Roti Surat. No, smile. Great smile. Okay, thank you. Anita, go ahead.
Thank you, sir, for those meaningful words. Thank you so much. And I would invite the next speaker for the day, Jyoti Raja ma'am. She's a psychologist, child and family counselor, certified practitioner of Neuro-Linguistic Programming USA. She's a life skills trainer and an educational consultant from Hyderabad. And with that very, very short introduction, I would like to welcome you, ma'am. Thank you so much once again. Over to you, ma'am. Jyoti Raja ma'am.
Yeah, good afternoon. I thought you will give some more time to me. Actually, I thought they let people complete, others complete. Then I thought I'll talk in the late stage.
Okay, I think Sunanda ma'am had requested me to, give you the chance in the beginning
No, it's
itself.
okay. No, it's okay. If others can do
Jyoti
it.
Raja, you can talk extempore. Go ahead. Why you're hesitating?
Okay. The topic itself is workplace, mental health at workplace, actually. Just now, I'm coming from outside. This is actually a personal experience which I wanted to share with you people.
Please.
Just now I went to a shelter home where women are suffering and maybe they have fight with people, husbands and other things. And there is a home here in Hyderabad. So I just know I'm coming from there. I visited that home actually. So due to many reasons, they are away from the families, and some of them really wanted to get back to the families, but still they could not come. The whole then even though it is there, and these people, though they're away from the families and they with their qualification, they are working at some job they are doing. Generally, we feel that okay, if, husband is not there, children are not there, and family, even sometimes even father, mother left them also. When I was interacting with them, almost I spent 2 hours with them. Okay. In that interaction, everybody is independent. Everybody wants to work. Everyone want to do something for themselves, and they wanted to support even other people. Still it isn't fresh in my mind because just now the whole day I'm just coming and talking to them. See, the workplace, mental health at workplace, I think such people, such ladies who are working and already they have a disturbed families and sometimes parents are not there. The husband really know whether he will come back and sometimes the husband died, still they don't know that husband is not there. That is another tragic point. That lady, she is saying, still thinking that he will come and he will take. Such cases, I think when we talk about, I think all these software and IT sector people, that even though they have everything, still they feel that work pressure and okay, we are not able to manage and stress, work and all these things. But if we compare the people who are already suffering with a lot of mental issues already and with the stress and depression and all these things, still they wanted to cope up and they still wanted to work on it. It's a different thing. They were really, I felt that we should give them as an example for the people who are still, for small, small issues also they get stressed out and they say life is waste and suicidal and all these things. Okay, small, small issues. They said, no, I think these people, some of them, they stayed in the room, in the home for last 8 years, hoping that somebody will come and take them back. But still, they didn't lose the hope, and they're still fighting. They're still working. They're still waiting. Okay, something is going to. Some of them fighting legally. Some of them are emotional fighting. See, all these things when we're talking about work, mental health at workplace, and one level, I think these are the lower level which we're talking about it. Higher level is totally different. IT and other sectors, even every sector now, without stress, there is no work. I don't think it is created. I think 99%, I feel that 90% of the problems we create. We take the stress, our expectations, our impracticalities, and all these things get into the problem. If you have high expectations from the people, definitely you don't meet with the, because you expect something, it won't happen, then you will be depressed. Either it's an increments or if it is a workload or promotion, whatever it may be. So I do my job, let me complete my job, let me finish my job, then let's see if the result will come. But nowadays, what's so happened, we are so in an instant world that everything is a 2 minutes noodle, or instant and all everything, you order it and you get it. Okay. I think our mindset, I think the present generation, the mindset is so different that if I did something, I ordered something, I'll get it in 10 minutes. Even if it's 12 minutes, also we can't take it. Same thing, same result we expect in the workplace also. That is not possible because you have to wait for your turn. And first of all, you have to prove yourself, you have to show it. And then I think it takes little time people to understand your capacity. I worked for 6 months and immediately I expect that they should honor me, they should give me an award or something. That is a different scenario. So this instant gratification, maybe instant appreciation, what we expect, may not happen in a workplace. Maybe at home, that's a difference. But I think we have to come to the reality. First of all, the reality, be realistic approach in your workplace. And you know your limitations and you know the company's limitations. If your limitations are more, then that company, maybe you have to think twice that whether this company is suitable to you or not. You cannot change your manager, you cannot change your staff, you cannot change anything. What you can change is only you. If you're not fit into one particular organization, maybe you have to think twice. Okay, maybe if it's not that the organization is not suitable to you, I'm not suitable to the organization. Whatever it may be, the change is always should be from this side. So over expectation is again the problem. Overthinking is another root cause for many of the issues nowadays. Boss said something, or maybe somebody said something, one word, immediately that you will weave it in such a manner that, oh no, I think he said something, he didn't like it. Maybe he'll go to such an extent that you will extend it in a longer way. And you lose your peace. So overthinking, over expectations, over cautious, and because nobody should say something to me. I think these are all these over smarts and over, all these overs are becoming really over. It is becoming over, and people, we are not able to enjoy it. They don't work, they don't enjoy the work at least. So monotonous, something today I did something, immediately somebody should recognize. And if I don't recognize, I think people are not loving me, like not liking me. Work stress, and the same stress we carry to home also. So we are spoiling two atmospheres. One is actually home atmosphere, other is official, professional thing. So what I feel that work-life balance, though we talk about work-life balance so much, but I think how many of really people are managing it is really questionable again. Okay? So I think this is the one point which we have to think about it. That's my contribution. I think I'll stop it here. Let others contribute their points.
Yeah, thank you so much for a wonderful, very, very thoughtful and meaningful points. And we definitely reflect on those points. And thank you once again, ma'am. And introducing the next speaker for the day, Mrs. Sunanda Ravi, ma'am, who's the president of the Deccan Positive Mental Health Team. She's the director of Manasa Shubhakara Mind Care, Hyderabad. A very, very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Thank you so much once again. Over to you, Sunanda, ma'am. Yeah, thank you, Sunanda ma'am, for those wonderful things. And all of you, all the speakers spoke wonderfully well about resilience, appreciating oneself, the concept of emotional intelligence, workers training, the importance of workers training, and to reduce absenteeism at work. And some speakers spoke about the mood space that we have to create, separate counseling for workers in order to improve their mental health, and work-life balance, which is also very, very important concept, and connecting to nature and having positive interactions with people. and improving the workplace environment. And thank you so much to all the speakers for those wonderful points. We'll definitely reflect on those points. And over to the next speaker. May I invite Dr. Sri Priya Shaji, who's a doctorate in counseling psychology, and she is also a nutritionist and an art therapist. She has 2+ decades of experience working in hospitals, which has made her skills sharpened in health psychology. Further, she has grown passionate in nutritional psychology. With that very, very short introduction, I would like to welcome you, ma'am, and thank you so much once again. Floor is yours. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for this wonderful opportunity to DPMH. And I also extend my gratitude to DPMH for giving me the award on this wonderful World Mental Health Day for Best Psychologist. Thank you for both. And let me start with the session. I'll take a very short time. Workplace mental health, what I wanted to talk on this particular area is the stigma and biases which is causing our trauma to our mental health. Because in the society we live on, we have particular stigmas. For example, Udyogam Purusha Lakshanam, isn't it? So the boy, when he starts his life in the very young age, he was given a pressure, you should get your job. And his education is based on the what you are going to become. So this is how we grow up our child. And we'll say, you want to become. We never even enjoy them or their transition, saying, one day they want to become a doctor, one day they want to become a plumber, one day they want to become a driver. We are not enjoying that, isn't it? So first bias is, we should stop telling them it is Purusha Lakshanam. Not it is work is not a Purusha Lakshanam. Man is something, so many different things. Being gentle as a man, being good as a wise man, and so many things involved to become a man. So we should stop saying such certain biases, cultural biases on or giving the pressure. So what happens to a child when he could not even enjoy his education? He could not even enjoy the sports. If you want to go in cricket, you cannot make it as your career. He's not even enjoy or relax in anything which he wanted to. So such cultural biases should be stopped, and both women and men are working. That is another thing. When it comes to women gender, even today, we have a very, that is a very, we can say it a comedy, but it is the true fact that in Kerala, there is memes. It was saying you want to go to make a rocket science, go. I don't object you going. But before going, just make some chai curry and go. So what is this chai curry? Make some breakfast and then you can leave. So it is a kind of pressure you are putting on both the gender. It's not on one single gender, both the gender, or going on such cultural and stigmatic things which are pressured on them. This is the first thing we have to stop, and we have to look at the human as they are. Everybody has their own unique talents, unique way of dealing things, unique way of making something interesting. So allow them to make their life. So this cultural expectation, at least the children from the beginning, has to be taught. But for us, we should overcome this cultural expectation, and we should think, what is my passion? How can I improve my passion? How best I'm going to do it without harming myself? I can be best in anything, but I am the priority. Without me, there is nothing going to happen. That is the first thing I want to say as a stigma. Second thing, as Jyoti ma'am has said, there are so many over expectations in every field. So our children, when they are going into engineering college, we will say, oh, you are becoming an engineer, so you are going to have a wonderful room, you are going to sit in this place, your office will be so gloomy, and lighting and all those things. We are creating a view for them with our own perceptions. I want to mention one thing I heard from our famous director K. Vishwanath. He had one of his talk, he has said, once he finished his sound engineering course, when he was selected as a sound engineer and something, he went into the studio. I don't remember exactly whether it is Prasad Studio or AVM Studio. He was told to dust the instruments over there. He was so shocked. He said, I was thinking that I'll get a separate studio room and I'll have all my own instruments. I'll do this. I'll be a big shot and all those things. But on the day one, he was not given any such opportunities. Instead, he was told to dust the instruments. This is what the day one of our work life. But what is happening even in my clients, I'm seeing so many people like come back and say, ma'am, I expected I have to be like, I have completed engineering. There are so many engineers before you. So the first day I have been given a small cabin, or I have not given a proper wash basin. Even some people in medical allied health sciences, they will come and say, even in lab technicians, they will come and say, ma'am, this is not proper, this is not proper. But first, both the end, even the organizations has to make a proper work environment, that I don't deny. But our children or us should not expect something beyond with that dreamy or with the story format. Nothing is nobody is like going to wear a Cinderella shoes and next day you are going to be a superhero. That's not possible. You have to go, you have to undergo certain processes, you have to learn from it, and then you have to make yourself shine from there. This is what the cultural way we, oh, you are this, so you are going to be like that. If you are this, oh, you are useless. Both are not right. Sometimes the man who has pumped some petrol in some car or cabin is going to be Ambani one day. That totally matters on the individual's passion. So we cannot just put some cultural ways or our thoughts into the children as well as into the adults, young adults, or anybody. And another important thing is fear of career penalty. This is a very important thing we have to talk in today's world, because everybody, like, before even going to the job, or sometimes they will say you'll be made to sit on a bench. So this is one thing, they are so making themselves very pressurable situation. So what happens, they are increasing the self pressure. So don't give the collective informations, whatever you see from the news channels or medias. I know one teacher's son who has become an engineer. He got a software institute. So what happens? Everybody keeps saying that one day you will be put on bench. One day, this, he doesn't want to go to the bench. He is trying hard himself. He could not even tell something. No, he's not even assertive to say, sorry, this work, my work time is over, or I, because they are always, even sometimes, to be very honest, this fear of the penalty in girls, people are misusing, especially they are trying to molest or abuse a woman in the name of, because your work and your salary is trying to be for your family. So with the fear instigated, people are trying to misuse or abuse the people. So this kind of cultural biases, even with the hypermedia exaggerations, we should stop. These are the important biases we as a society are creating too much burden on the mental health of the individual. So these are certain areas as a society, as a culture, where we have to stop from our side, being adult people or being elder ones. And especially teachers and parents should just reflect on this, think about it, and don't put on both sides of the pressures. It is not like unless men work, it is nothing going to happen. Sometimes what happens, too much of pressure, they are working, they are getting into physical problems, physical exhaustions. So don't pressure them too much. There is certain limitations. We can live with contentment and gratification. This is more than money or more than how to live. We can live together. That is very important, and you as a person is first primary important for the family, more than your work or career, is what we have to tell your people. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those wonderful and thoughtful points. You spoke about stigma and bias and cultural biases, and to in fact try and reduce, identify the pressures that you have been facing, and concentrating on self-care and mental health. That was beautifully brought out by you, ma'am. Thank you so much for those meaningful points. We'll definitely take time to ponder about it. And I would like to call upon the next speaker for the day, Mr. Rajendra Kumar Kapoor, sir. He's a counseling psychologist, born and brought up in Lucknow, now settled down in Bangalore since 2014. He's a 65-year-old young freelance counselor, mostly counseling relationship issues. He treats himself young because most of his clients are young, and he's of the opinion that life after 60, known as the retirement age, is a golden period of life where one can guide many people with one's rich experiences. In fact, he says that there's a lot that young contributors can contribute towards the nation. And with that very, very short introduction, I would like to hand over the session to you, sir. Very, very warm welcome to you, sir. Floor is yours. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, wonderful family, wonderful family. And whenever you join this session, and that too the invitation from Sunanda Devi, everybody will be feeling energetic, happy, and boosted. I think it is the same with that. Everyone, yes or no?
Yes.
Fine. I wish to share my workplace experience of 1999, when I was not much aware of psychology and mental health. I was given one inquiry for a unique case where a lady employee in Canara Bank Varanasi got an extremely vulgar email and the sender could not be traced. Normally, the interrogation is done privately, but I requested the branch head to permit the interrogation in his cabin, and that too in his presence, and also requested him to make a note of our questions and answers. That is the proceedings, how the inquiry goes. Since email was within the corporate domain, with the assistance from computer department, I found the IP address of the desktop from where the same email originated. And that IP belonged to our Noida branch. On visiting Noida, as soon as I found the physical desktop configured with that IP, one officer working in that branch suddenly went to the washroom and logged himself in the washroom. On the date of email, he was using that desktop, not today. He was posted to Varanasi 3 years before and had worked with that lady. So many other things happened. We were afraid of him committing suicide because it has taken quite a long time in his locked bathroom. Somehow, he was taken out by breaking the door open. His lips were glued and eyes closed, as if full of tears. After many hours of efforts and assurance of his career protection, that officer informed that he was in love with a girl who was working in a central government department in Delhi. And this boy and that girl had planned their marriage. For that purpose, he wanted the transfer to Varanasi and from Varanasi to Delhi. And because that girl, working in the central government department, which did not have any other office out of Delhi. But what happened, this boy did not get the transfer from bank management, 2 years gone. And that girl, parliament girl, got married. Then bank had posted him to a rural place known as a very village. Since this girl was married, now 3rd year he got transferred to Noida, which is near Delhi. This boy continuously was in touch with that Varanasi lady, but after the marriage of his girlfriend, he got frustrated too much. He even consulted a psychiatrist. He acknowledged, he wrote this email to this lady with full of tears and empty face. For us in the bank, this was the very, very unique case of mental health related to the workplace. What we were discussing at our management level, had the management considered his transfer on human grounds, the officer would not have fallen sick that much, isn't it? Bank would not have lost an officer, and that officer would not have lost his health and that girl. So anyway, this was the practical experience of mine which I wanted to share. And like physical health, mental health is also very important for everyone because it plays a vital role in maintaining our greatest health vitals, general health vitals like BP and sugar. So that is how the mental health is vital for our health vitals. Because in any hospital, if you go, they will initially just first check your BP and sugar before putting for consultation. And this is, of course, very important for our overall well-being. mental health at workplace is even more important and increasingly crucial for the simple reason that people spend a significant portion of their life at workplace only. Yes or no? The workplace environment has a profound impact on our mental health. It may be good also. So it may be good or bad. It may be positive also. But mostly negative, that what we are focusing on. Positive or negative. In their respective jobs, many people have the pressures of deadlines, job insecurity, toxicated environments, the dynamics of team interactions, and the imbalance between work and personal life. We should be extremely alert of negative effects in today's high pressure work environments. Yes or no? Workplace stress is a silent killer. Workplace stress, in fact, stress itself is a silent killer. And since we are talking about workplace where we are spending a big chunk of our lifetime, so this is more important. That is what we are talking about today. And this chronic stress can lead to anxiety, depression, and many other mental health issues, isn't it? It is important to recognize the warning signs early. And the signs are like, increase in mood or behavior, decreased productivity, and increased leave taking. Recognizing these signs early and taking required measures can prevent severe mental health challenges down the line. So, the role of management is very, very important in creating a healthy work environment. Management should make taking care of employees' mental health a priority. It is a very, very important priority, like, profit and so many other targets achieving. This should be achieved. And how management can do? They can introduce open communication that encourages employees to speak openly about their feelings, experiences, and mental health issues without fear of stigma or being judged. Then flexible working hours and remote working options help employees balance their work and personal life, very much helpful to mothers. Then another tool can be regular breaks, right? Because they help to reduce stress and improve focus. Ultimately, productivity improves. Providing mental health resources such as counseling services or regular trainings on mental health awareness programs in office, like one Saturday or so, every month you can have a program, isn't it? And very important, introducing mindfulness practices and relaxation techniques into the workday. Now, one more personal experience. I still feel happy about daily morning and evening practices once practiced in our office. What happened? Morning, we decided to assemble 2 minutes before office hours, and we used to start the day with prayer together, like in our school days. Evening, we would stay 15 minutes extra after our office hours, and on rotation, one of us used to crack jokes, and we will disperse happily with high spirits after relaxing with laughing yoga. So, to conclude, I would like to say, by fostering an environment of support and understanding, we can create a workplace where everyone can thrive. No one, irrespective of employer or employee, should exploit or misuse the workplace. Together, we can create no problem workplace. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those meaningful points, sir. It is you have stressed on the importance of identifying chronic stress factors in the workplace and recognizing these signs, which is a cause for decrease in productivity, and taking required measures in order to handle the stress factors. And you had also stressed upon the factors like having an open communication in the workplace experiences flexible working hours, taking regular breaks, counseling services and support services for employees, which will also be very, very helpful. Again, mental health awareness programs would also be very, very useful for them. Following mindful practices and prayers, joining some support groups, and you have also stressed on the importance of having a supportive and understanding environment in the workplace. Thank you so much for those meaningful points, sir. Moving on to our next speaker for the day, we have Mrs. Shripali ma'am, and I would like to invite her and a few words about her.
Thank you so much.
She has an MPhil.
Sorry,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Just
I will
introducing
not.
you. Yes. MPhil in clinical psychology. She's an RCI registered clinical psychologist specializing in the area of mental retardation. And with that short introduction, I would like to hand over the session to you. The floor is yours. Over to you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, and all the ma'am. And I'm really very happy to see you all again after a long time. Today, I actually want to speak about the students. For students, the school is their workplace. But nowadays, I am getting so many complaints against the students, means from the teachers, that they are scoring very good marks. Marks is not at all a problem, but the behavior. They are very reluctant. They don't pay respect to the teachers. When they are moving to the stairs, they are not aware of the bags and all and their belongings. And besides, who is there, the teachers or the students, how they move their bags can hurt anyone. These things are not there. When we say something like any suggestion and all, they uh, give the back answers. This is very common. And I'm surprised actually after coming to this field and knowing that there is no respect for the teachers from the student side, which was not there in our days. Still now, whenever we meet our teachers, automatically we are like this, or we touch feet of our teachers. This is our practice regular, but it is totally not there. But my observation, see, for mental health, 6 main emotions play the vital role. But for our children, only the sadness, anger, and the disgust, these 3 emotions only play the role. They are very aggressive. They um, they will tell the teachers, ma'am, I scored 99 in maths. What else you expect from me or expect from us? But whenever I say, see, behavior is a main thing, they tell me many other things which is related to their behavior, that thing behavior, like teachers, uh, teacher students relationship also. Teachers pass such kind of lines to the children, like you are coming to school, your parents are paying so much fees and you are doing such kind of things. You shouldn't do it, and you go to the kirana shop and means this stuffs which hurt the children actually. Maybe the teachers are also very much stressed with their workload and all, that they every day they come to school and only do their work. No emotional bonding is there because of their workload. I am not blaming the teachers also, because they are also stressed whenever they meet, and not only one child, this is the entire section or the entire grade. So teachers are also getting very distressed and they pass such kind of things, such kind of statements. And one girl came to me one day and she was telling, ma'am, I am very average in academic, but I am excellent in dance. But my friends, they every day they tell that dance is not a factor. Dance is just a just like extracurricular activities, I have to be good in academic only. They never appreciate me.
Madhma,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
and go.
Okay. So the appreciation is not there. Nowadays, friends are not there. Every child, they are alone actually. They are going to school every day. But the peer bonding, the peer group, these all are not there. I see, means they claim that they both are best friends. But one of them came to me and she complained against the bestie. I saw this thing and I asked that time, you are complaining, but in our days, always we sheltered our friend. If the friend is a guilty, we never say anything in front of any teacher. Who did this? Ma'am, we all. It was our days. But ma'am, nowadays this is totally missing and children are like they are very impatient. They are scoring the marks, and these marks actually school reputation also they are building up. But these children are only our future who will drive the next generation. But these children are, I think, they are not mentally stable. Even though they are scoring 90 or 99% marks, we read in the newspaper that they commit suicide and all because of this stress only. So this is my concern, and this is I want some suggestions for you all, that how we can actually we can train the children, train the students, that be calm, be polite, be kind to each other. What are those ways? If you have any solution, sir and ma'am, please give it to me through our WhatsApp group. I'll take it seriously because I'm struggling with the children. And sometimes I'm feeling very sad for the children also. They are not bad. When they are coming to me individually and I talk to them, everybody is excellent. They are not, I cannot say that their behavior is totally bad and all, but they influence very quickly with the others. And the restlessness is there, the disgust, the anger issues are there, and the means disagreement. I'll not listen to the teachers, I'll not listen to the parents. These things are very strong nowadays in the children, and they don't think twice to tell any negative things or any hurt word towards anybody, even though it is a teacher and all. But I think this should be meant first, and because they are our future, then automatically the next generation's mental health will be okay. But I need actually some suggestion from you all. If you have anything, please pass it to me. That's all from my side actually. Because the children are nowadays, they are not happy. They're coming to school every day. Even if we see in our home also, our children also, they will say, tomorrow again Monday, I don't want to go to school. It was not there earlier. I'm surprised why this many liberties there, extracurricular activities are there. Teachers are nowadays like friendly behavior only from the teachers also, even though the children are not willing to go to school, and they will say one thing only: we don't have any friend. No friend is there. But why? My question is, why no friend? What is wrong within us or within our society or the parents? I am not getting actually. It was not there in our time. Then what came? What change is there that our children are suffering, and we are the helpless teachers and the parents who cannot help them? How we can help them, I also don't know. That is why I'm seeking some suggestions for you all. That's all from my side.
Yeah, thank you so much for those meaningful points shared by you. You spoke very beautifully about the mental health of teachers. I've worked as a teacher for about 14 years, so I know the amount of pressure. There's a lot of pressure from the parents, from the management in terms of, the correction. I think probably after the COVID pandemic, which we have been experiencing, I think there is a lot of addiction. They're addicted to mobiles.
Yes,
And that
ma'am.
has created a lot of behavioral issues,
Yes.
and that needs to be reduced in some ways, probably diverting their mind towards reading or having other, cultivating good hobbies in them. I think awareness programs for the parents and also the students will
Parents,
definitely
ma'am.
be
Yes.
helpful. Yes, ma'am. We just
Yes.
need to create a lot of awareness programs in schools regarding social emotional learning and how to build emotional intelligence in students and children, and inculcate the concept of values in them. I think showing respect to others and listening to others, mindfully. So I think definitely that would definitely be helpful. We'll also share if there is anything. I will definitely share it on the group, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Earlier, ma'am,
Thank you.
it was
And-
said that the teaching is the most peaceful job, but nowadays it is stressful. If
It is
anyone
a
in
lot of stress.
this
So
feels
the salaries are also very less. Salaries are also very less. I'm
very
sorry
less
to bring up
and
some negative
working time
points,
is 6
but
months.
this is a fact. Yeah. And then
I
the
can,
work pressure is too much. Work lesson plans and all that. A lot of corrections given by the management. There's a lot of pressure. Okay,
And
so
then,
we'll
I
discuss.
want to share
there
with
is
you,
no holiday. If
Yes,
it is
sir.
a holiday, then online classes.
Sripali,
Yes. Yes,
my
true, true.
younger daughter is also a teacher in an international school in Delhi. I don't want to tell the name.
No,
Most of the parents come and say, we are paying so much money, you take care of it. You
Yes,
take care of the behavior, you take care of the homework. Why you are complaining to us? You deal with it. And in one case, the girl was cutting her fingers and getting blood. And when they told the parents, what is that? You are having some psychological counselors, you engage them and treat her. Parents are also almost, because they are also working.
yes, yes.
Husband is working, wife is working, the kid is going to school, and they're paying 1.5 lakh, 2 lakhs as a yearly fee to the school. Therefore, they say teachers are responsible, and heavy load on teachers.
Yes, sir.
My daughter has resigned. There is a different
And
issue.
parents come and tell that we are paying that much, we need the service. I
Yeah.
don't know, from a teacher.
I know.
Teachers
Continue, Anika.
say like this. That's all
Continue.
from my side. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shripali ma'am. And I would like to move on to the next speaker for the day, Mrs. Rajalakshmi Suresh Babu ma'am, who's a professional psychotherapist and counselor. She has 27 years of teaching experience. She was awarded the Dr. Radhakrishnan Award by the government of Tamil Nadu in the year 2008. She specialized in psychotherapy related to family, student, pre-marital and couple counseling. She's also skilled in positive psychology and self-psychology. More than 1,000 clients have benefited from her counseling sessions and therapy sessions. She's contributed to the media through live and interactive sessions. She has given keynote addresses and lecture programs to promote mental health in various forums. With that very, very short introduction, I would like to welcome you, ma'am. The floor is yours. Over to you, Rajalakshmi,
Where
ma'am.
are you located, Rajalakshmi?
Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu.
Oh God, we are far off for us to come and meet you. By chance, to come to Hyderabad, inform us. Okay,
Thank you.
please
Thank
go
you.
ahead.
First of all, thank you so much, Anita. Beautiful intro. And thank you so much, Deccan Positive Mental Health. This is my very first media program. Normally, I don't have much interest to be a part of YouTube or online presentation. So this is the first time I'm just facing this social media. Okay, and thank you so much. The speakers, from Mr. Dinagara Rao, the young, smart gentleman.
And also bald and beautiful.
But you look very smart. Okay, the inner smartness, I'm saying. I'm talking
Thank you. Thank you.
So here, Mr. Dinagara started with how important that emotional intelligence. Okay, so later by Mrs. Jyoti, instant gratification, and Sunanda about positive intervention and appreciation, and Sri Priya Sigma and bias, and again Mr. Kapoor, he said about his own experience he shared with us, and this again the regular breaks and the productivity. He shared everything. And Shripali, you were sharing about IQ. Okay, the kids are very intelligent. Okay, and you're not able to handle the kids and the parents. Okay, so my topic, sorry, I'm just, this is also my live samples. Recently, I've addressed BHEL, and everybody are aware of that. Women in public sector, there I addressed work-life harmony and mental wellness. Okay, and IMTI here in Tiruchirappalli, Irrigation Management Training Institute. I addressed combating stress and work-life balance. Okay, it's a beautiful topic, mental health at work. Okay, I have just taken a few things out of it because mostly you all covered. So I've just taken up like poor work-life balance. I strongly believe family is a basic unit. So everything starts from the family. Okay, even at work, as Sripali rightly mentioned, that even students, they have a work. Okay, so the parents, they have a work, and we psychologists, we have a work. So how do you balance? Is there, we do expect mental health or mental wellness? Okay, so there is a difference. Actually, we all are mentally healthy. So only thing, mental wellness, we have to. So we have to check the self. So the factors contributing to workplace, like a poor work-life balance and like unclear expectations. The people, they don't know, actually, they are not very clear with their expectation. What do they want? Okay, so and communication, as rightly pointed out, Mr. Kapoor, no, open communication. So, in the workplace, the two important factors what I found when I addressed to these two very big organizations, that is poor work-life balance and like unclear expectations and communications. Okay, so these two depends on the self, not the workplace. Okay, so here, generally, common workplace, they have a issue like people like us, they have a mental health issues, anxiety. Okay, so especially in the women, like morning they have to get up and complete the work, their personal work, and then they have to rush up to the workplace. So the day starts with anxiety. Okay, and then again, substance abuse. So they can use the substance. But when we abuse the substance, there the issue comes. Okay. And again, the third one is trauma. So trauma may be from childhood days or from middle age or after marriage, or maybe like I'm preparing a paper trauma of the unborn child. I'm going to present it after 2 weeks. So trauma of the unborn child. When I was preparing the points, I was really there are things, I was not aware of it. So here, the anxiety or this substance abuse, everything sometimes we learn or we create things even in the womb. Okay, so there itself, the mental health at work starts. So here, how do we promote the mental wellness at work? So we can have an open communication first. So maybe what do I want first? So self-awareness. Let me be aware of myself first. Okay. So so here this open communication actually starts from the family. After this program, I have a family session. When I call the boy says that, ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable for the family communication because I don't know what my parents talks. And I said, no, you have to face, because you have to communicate later stage, like at workplace. So the open communication, I feel, and in my experience, like at home, okay, so they are not able to communicate because they were not learned. As Sripali said, so intellectual skills are excellent. Okay, so IQ level is very high. What about the EQ level? Okay, so emotional question. Where do the children learn? Where do we learn? Actually, we learned from our parents. Okay, maybe either they taught us or they were role model for us. We just observed them, we picked up things, and we started, okay, I have to be like this. I have to listen my parents. Okay. So here, this open communication is missing in the families and also within the self. Self-awareness is very important. What do I want actually? Where do I work? This work is okay for me. I can be a freelancer or I have to work in a school. So everything only I am choosing, like my dress, okay, like my cosmetics, like my food. So everything I am choosing. Same thing at work also. So is it okay for me? Okay. So I'm more stressed. So what may be the reason? Maybe the difference between the expectation and reality. So I'm not able to accept the reality. I have a lot of expectations. But do I believe? Do I believe that? Okay. I want it, but do I believe it? Okay. The self-awareness is very important for the open communication. Unless I'm aware of myself, definitely I cannot. I cannot. I may not. Okay. I may not. I cannot. I will not open communicate with anybody. And the second one is like a flexible work arrangement. Suppose I can work only for 8 hours or 4 hours or 2 hours or 3 hours. So I have to take care of myself. So self-awareness, and I have to accept this is what I have chosen. So I'm working here. Okay, there 12 hours work. I'm a teacher. Normally, teacher, I used to tell that it's a divine calling. Divine calling. Everybody cannot become a teacher. Okay, it's a passion, and the people they join and they work, and maybe there are issues. Okay, but it's divine. It's divine. Okay, so here flexible work arrangement and wellness. So wellness initiatives only I have to take. As Mr. Kapoor pointed out, that mindfulness, exercise, maybe nutrient food. Food is an emotion. Okay, so maybe my own people. And so here I have to take care of myself. Okay, so I'll focus more on wellness initiative. And of course, as who says that World Health Organization, it is also giving us some guidelines. It is that organizational interventions. So like, see, I'm since we are nearby BHL, no, there I have a few friends in the topper executives, and they just go to the layman and they interact with them. Are you okay? As recently attended Matt Perliston, UQ for Peace, and I say that he's the father of emotional intelligence. He was telling us inner peace leads to world peace. Okay, and so he was asking us in the workshop, like, how do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel? So now I started asking my own kids when they come morning 6 o'clock. Now, are you okay? Are you angry bird or a happy boy? Okay, so this cynism, beautiful word, CYNICISM. Okay, this is a thing I see in most of the women in the workplace, keeping long face. And maybe like they are very sad because they have taken up the assignment, they have taken up the project. Okay, so they should know to balance. If they are not able to aware, no issues, they can go to some mental health professionals and they can go to counseling, and then they can learn about self. So here, organization intervention, the who says, and it also says that manager and worker training. So, okay, so manager, they are supposed to train the worker in emotional intelligence, not in the work. Okay, so how do you manage? So is it okay for you 8 hours and you are not able to come? Okay, so maybe when they are in the post, they cannot come down and ask. Maybe they may ask it in a different way. But here, they can, every company, every organization, they have the HR, human resource. So they can go, and I personally feel that there are people really, they are not able to they are not able to communicate openly because they have their own fear and they have their own bias, or like what do they ask. Again, I'm going to Sripali. She said that the teachers may think, or parents may think something, the assumptions. Okay. So, and again, nature to work and like gaining employment. So like since I just love my profession. Okay, so even my people calls me by 4:30, I love to be here. Okay, so there is no stress in my profession. So because I'm choosing, it's a fact for me, so automatically I have an energy. So once it's my passion, I've chosen, and I have an energy. And Mr. Dinagara Rao, I really love and appreciate him. At the age of 79, he is more energetic. and the way he sit. Okay, so there is no age, there is no stress here. Actually, when I have a passion towards something, so kids are watching mobile for us, and maybe parents are going to theater, and actors are receiving the payment of 200 crores or 100 crores. Okay, so but we are able to sit at least in the theater for 3 hours, and afterwards we are tired, go back to restaurant, have food, and come home. We don't have time to change and energy to change, and we just go to bed. But for relaxation only, we had been to theater. But relaxation automatically leads to productivity. Okay, here productivity. So again, if I am mentally not all right, my productivity, 60% of the population are at work as per World Health Organization. And here our productivity is going down. Suppose we all are mentally healthy, automatically, so India's goes higher and higher. And here again, we all deserve a healthy, happy life. Okay, so let us work for that. And love you all so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for a wonderful presentation, ma'am. You spoke very beautifully about unclear expectations at work and the importance of education and presence of anxiety and substance abuse and trauma of an unborn child. You also have stressed upon the importance of being aware of oneself, importance of self-care practices, and also the importance of open communication within the family. And again, you also spoke about wellness with that this one and wonderful points given by you. And thank you so much once again, Rajalakshmi ma'am.
Give me 1
Inviting the
minute,
next
Anita.
speaker for the day.
Anita,
Yes,
wait.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rajalakshmi, wonderful talk you have given. Tiruchirappalli is far up, otherwise I would have come and met you.
I'm just hugging you from here.
I know. And as you said, at the age of 60, bank asked us to go. I said, give me another 5 years, 1 rupee salary give me, I'll work. They didn't allow me. But what I'm saying is, if you are passionate, if you love your job, and most important thing is, any fool will be happy if he gets a job of his choice. Only a wise man will be happy in any job he gets in. How to make the particular situation more conducive, more helpful to him by doing something extra. But don't be a slave there, but be innovator there, be a creator there. Then you will enjoy. I enjoyed my work there. After that, I joined ECFI. I was there for 5 years. Then I joined some other company at their invitation. I was there. Even now, occasionally I go there. But I love to interact with people like you. Rajalakshmi, hats off to you. Great job. Anita, you can continue.
I'm sorry, Anita.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
In front of me,
No
there
problem.
are people with happiness. No, I may take extra time. I think I've taken it. I've
No
taken it.
problem.
Sorry
No
for that.
problem, ma'am. Thank you
I
so
also-
much. We
Thank you.
really enjoyed,
Enjoy.
your thoughts, sharing your wonderful thoughts. Thank you. And inviting Dr. Archana Vedantam, who holds a doctorate in management from Sri Satya Sai University of Technology and Medical Sciences. She has a rich academic background, having served as a faculty member at HIITMS College, Ameerpet, teaching entrepreneurship and hospitality subjects. With that very, very short introduction, I would like to welcome you, ma'am. Over to you, Archana, ma'am.
1 second, Archana. 1 second. She is also an advocate.
Yes.
On the top of all these things, she is an advocate, helping her father and brother in drafting all those court cases. Go ahead, Archana. Go ahead.
Is
go
my
ahead.
voice clear, sir?
But you have to increase the voice
Increase. Okay.
slightly.
Now fine.
Now it is okay. Go ahead.
Thank you. So thank you, ma'am. According to APA statistics, 60% of people can't disconnect from their work. And not able to disconnect from their work is also a kind of having mental issue. 70% experience burnout symptoms and 72% people struggle with stress, according to stats. So, our honorable speakers shared many important insights on workplace mental health, highlighting the need to build resilience, manage stress, and create supportive environments. Key points include introducing mindfulness practices, recognizing the true change starts with oneself. This is something I loved it. Setting realistic expectations, celebrating employee achievement, and encouraging personal growth. I also believe it is vital to promote balance through techniques like breathing exercises and connecting with nature. I summarize all my ideas with a simple mnemonic. The mnemonic is overwork balance. Overwork balance. O is overworking. People with uh, poor mental health, they do excessive work. This is what science says, but with low efficiency. So the mnemonic overwork balance, the O should remind that we should avoid all overs, as Jyoti ma'am said, all overs, all extremes, like Ati Sarvatra Varjayet, reminds us to practice moderation to maintain balance in life. O also should remind us about self observation and self awareness, as Rajalakshmi ma'am said. And managers should motivate and observe their team, offering counseling when needed, as Dinakar sir said. And over OVER, V is view today, view this moment. Today's burdens will be lighter tomorrow. Have that hope. Uh, View only this moment. Be in a flow state in that work. E is eat healthy food. R is resilience. R has resilience and reactivity also, as Dinakar sir said, balancing work and life with resilience. And resilience is not just about bouncing back, it is about falling and getting back up multiple times, because life is a process. And about reactivity, sir said, understanding the difference between reacting and responding, mindfully responding. This empowers us to handle situations more efficiently. And the mnemonic work, W is work boundaries. All employees should have clear set of limits to protect their mental health, not doing every work that is thrown at them. As sir was saying, a good employee gets more work instead of recognition. And W also means workplace. Leaders should foster a supportive workplace, like sir said with the Tata company example. And work, O is overthinking. Nothing is as bad as overthinking makes it. WORK. R is rest. Take time off from work is very beneficial for the productive output. R is rest. R also means it should remind us recognition, having realistic expectations. As Jyoti ma'am said, um, managers should appreciate good work with recognition instead of piling more tasks. R also means instant rewards. R also means rewards, not going for instant rewards, as ma'am said. And K is work, WORK. K means keep silent. We should know when to listen, when to keep silent, and when to act and when not to act. And the mnemonic overwork balance, BALANCE. B means breathing. Practice controlled breathing techniques for relaxation, like 478 or box breathing. I read that even the breathing affects our emotions. See, box breathing is just taking some square shape, box shaped object, 4 seconds inhale, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds exhale, inhale, like this. This is the easiest thing anyone can do. And we can do it even without any object, also silently. And balance, B is first breathing, pranayama or managing breathing. A is actively engaging in the flow state of the work in hand. Whatever the thing I am doing, I should completely mentally, physically, emotionally involve in that and forget myself in the flow state. Balance, B. A is actively engaging. L is listen well. Pay attention to colleagues in the office who may be struggling and give the needed support. We should know when to listen and how to listen also. And balance, BALA. A is ask for help when needed. Seeking psychological support when needed is also important in this age. BALA. N is network. Wherever we go, whatever we are doing, we should always have a supporting network of people. BALAN. N is network. Good support network. C is cough technique. Cough means just for the mnemonic I made it cough. It is ABC technique. ABC. Consequences or cough technique, you can call it consequence technique, that's better. We know that in REBT, activating event, belief, consequence. Before reacting, we should always think about what triggered our emotion, correct our beliefs, and think about long-term consequences of our actions, and mindfully doing the things. So C is consequences or cough technique ABC, and BALANCE. E is efficiency. Always remember, poor mental health behaviors, poor mental health practices, they decrease our efficiencies and energies. Anything that is making us low, anything that is sucking our energy too much, it's time to be self-aware and mindfully balance ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was a wonderful, beautiful mnemonic, and that was very, very creative thing which you have been. And thank you so much once again for that thoughtful mnemonic which you have given. It will be very, very useful. And you spoke beautifully about being overworked, self-awareness, and self-observation. We view today's present moment. I just missed out on E. R being for resilience and reactivity. 5 for responding, and W for work balance, R for rest and recognizing rewards, K for keep silence and maintain silence, B for breathing techniques, A for activity, and L for engaging, actively engaging in something in the flow moment, and L for listening actively, A for asking for help, N for getting involved in networking, C would be for ABC technique as antecedents, behavior and consequences technique, E efficiency. Thank you so much, Archana ma'am. That was very thoughtful of you, and wonderful share
That
from
E
you.
which was missing.
And what was the E for, ma'am?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
E, what was that
E
for?
is eat healthy food.
Okay,
That
okay, the diet,
maintains
okay.
our energies, energy and
Yes, definitely.
healthy.
Thank you so much, Archana ma'am. That was really nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very thoughtful of you. And moving on to our next speaker for the day, we have requesting Naveen, if he's here. Requesting Naveen. Naveen, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi,
Yes, ma'am.
Naveen.
Hi.
I would just like to introduce you to all our this one. He is Naveen Sharma, who's an UPSCE aspirant who has been working as a part-time lecturer at SNS institutions. He has completed his bachelor's degree in psychology. He's also been awarded as an all-rounder performer in the overall college criteria at Dr. SNS Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science among 4,000 students. He's a credible person with commitment, seeking an opportunity for challenging destinations to improve his personal and professional skills and knowledge. He has attended and coordinated 1,500 webinar sessions and presented as a resource person for over 25 webinars. With that very, very short introduction, I would like to welcome you, Naveen. Thank you so much once again for being here. Over to you. The floor is yours.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank Deccan First Mental Health Platform to provide this wonderful topic like mental health on workplace. First of all, I would say to my honorable speakers that I don't have work experience like you. I had just a emerging worker like that. Yeah. First of all, I would like to express that yes, as Sweepali ma'am said, students workplace. It is a beautiful phase of works, but we are facing lot of issues here, said. But it is the phase where if you start to love the work, it doesn't look like a work because everything is provided. Our parents will ready to pay everything for us. Our teachers will give everything for us. Here we have to sit on the table and do what they give, just revise it. That is the beautiful phase of work. I have experienced this work for a lot of time here because nowadays the environment also, traveling time also become very less due to online platforms. We sit on the table in front of a computer and have whatever the things we need, and just whatever they're giving, we have to take. That is a student phase of work. We start to do with a love, doesn't looks a big work. Next, coming to the workplace, it is most environment determinism. Yeah, as we said that like mental health is a stigma for our peoples, because if you said we have went to counselors, we have went to a psychologist means people start to criticize us. You become a person who have mentally ill like that. It is a stigma. That stigma doesn't broken down. Even we are in 21st century, and that stigma has been doesn't broken down. Workplace mental health also it's like that, because mostly what we will do, most of the workplace disorder is like stress, anxiety, burnout, that's it, depression. These four, it falls under these four category only on workplace. If it is a physical ill, our family will care us, they will give tablet. But it is a mental health, what they will show, don't show your work pressure into us. Don't show your, although you know we are working, you are earning, don't show to me. Wife will help. Students will say, yes, father, you are earning like that there for a man. But no one is trying to determine that environment determinism, because that's a lot of intelligence task, that stigma that we interviewing, because we know that due to that, in a study of a private organization, 80% of people become a addictors, workplace people become an addictors by a study conducted by a private organization. That may be a illegal substance to use or illegal substance to use. For simple example, I will stimulate. You may see the in movies or in your real life, wherever, like cops or CBCID, they will start, if they hidden a problem, they will start to smoke. Then they will get the idea to work on that case. It is a kind of stimulant. Anti addict, coffee addict. It's like that we can say. Workplace. Due to that, they have don't no space to cope up with that pressure. They become a addictors. It is a recent study we have found it. This leads us to create many problems in physical health or physical wise or our body wise, social environment wise, whatever the things. It may create many problems to us. So workplace is a, it should be an environment where we should able to cope up with that. We know that actually according to the workplace labor organization, we should have sleep room in your workplace. We should have a costume room in our workplace, and we should also have a like a VR virtual gaming relaxation center in our place. But if we start to ask in our company, definitely they will terminate us. It is the only thing they will be waiting. That kind of things doesn't have in workplace. I am not compiling in every workplace. 90% of workplace that doesn't have, because it makes us to be a relaxed. They also human being. We also human being. So it makes us to relax. We may initiate this kind of policy to foster our mental health, I may say, and as like that, if workplace mental health is affected, we also affecting many things like work-life balance, our job security support, like that. Many things we are undergoing as a man, like that. If you take in the perspective of women, it is. I really say that it is so tough to work in the perspective of women. As like men, compared to men, if goes 60% of workplace pressure, they will go 90% of workplace, because they do have unpaid work also in home. They have to complete it. They have to get ready with their children, home, everything, and they have to do their workplace in official work for the paid work also in the workplace. Here, the comparison. So it is tough. Apart from this, there are some more abusement, harassment that also takes place. They have to tolerate it. It's tough to be survive as a working woman. That is also a thing we have to take into consider. This all will foster develop our mental health to be pull our mental health into a well. What say? Okay, these are the ways. What are the ways to overcome it? In simple, we can say that as like we have insurance policies, we should introduce mental health policy to the world, because people will make them to a stigma of mental health. We should introduce a mental health policy to the world. It is not about a amount or thing. We should give a support service that is maybe in the form of love, care, or sit and listen to them. or procedures to follow them, or techniques which you are equipped to cope up. We can explain that same techniques or suggest some ways to come up with. Like that, we have to develop a mental health policy. At least, yeah, in a week, at least a Saturday, we can help them to foster, share their thoughts, how they are coping up. Maybe that may be helpful for other colleagues of their work to be in touch. And we also appoint mental health champions. Champions are our psychologists, I would like to mention here, because they will be, apart from that legalization, like although they were explained, there's some legal manner to express. Although we study, if you goes to our guru, he will give additional experience. As like that, mental health champions will give a legal advices or testers to be overcome this. And as like that, nowadays corporate companies are making that in regular manner, making as going with the mental health awareness training that has become an habitat. By appointing a psychologist in a office, school, everywhere it has become, due to the century growth it become. So like that we can do. And finally, by prioritizing mental health at the workplace will give not only the employee well-being to the company, it also protects a individual and his family level. It also provide, and it also promote as a person, citizen to the societal level. Because if he is good, he also will react with other people, whoever customers who comes near with him, he also will go. Because if he is bad, although the customer will be happy, he will make him to be irritated one. Like that, it will be that. That may be in any field, like teacher-student relationship, bank manager and customer relationship, or corporate employee call center anyway. So the employee's health, mental health should be ensured first by the company means, then definitely the other people health also will be ensured. So finally, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. What means by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. So first you prepare yourself, your workplace mental health. Then you can prepare others, and we can able to indicate others about the workplace mental health. I would like to say and conclude. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, Naveen. In fact, I refuse to believe that you've not been working. I think you spoke like a very experienced person, and you're an experienced resource person. In fact, you've gone ahead and passed many of the speakers, in fact, even me also. Thank you so much for those wonderful points given. We'll definitely ponder over it. And moving on to the next speaker, kindly requesting Deepa Rani ma'am to introduce herself to the audience. And over to you, Deepa Rani ma'am, if you're there. Deepa Rani ma'am.
I think I don't find any name in it.
Okay, she was actually there. I think she was there. She left. Okay,
Why?
if she's not there, just wanted to give a few points. As all of you know, that Deepa Rani ma'am, kindly introduce yourself, ma'am, if you're there.
She's not there.
Okay, she's not. She left. Okay, ma'am. Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. I would like to thank the organizers of the Deccan Positive Mental Health team for giving me an opportunity, Mrs. Sunanda Ravi ma'am and Mr. Dinakaran sir, for giving me an opportunity to speak on a wonderful topic. In fact, I have prepared a PPT, but I think due to time constraint, I do not wish to this one. I will just highlight some of the significant points. Many of the speakers have given all your wonderful points there. Wish to share that creating a mentally health workplace culture is very, very important. And there are a few points on which I would like to highlight and speak about. Promoting better work-life balance is very, very important. Flexible working hours for employees, reducing and recognizing the social stigma related to mental health, and appropriate action. Certain wellness programs would be very, very useful for the employees. Open communication, any kind of difficulties which the employees are facing, they should definitely share it with the higher management instead of actually suffering through the whole process of, having a lot of stress. Self-care is very, very important. I think that we should think and realize that at the right moment. because I realized that after I resigned my job, I realized the importance of, taking care of my own self. Exercising is very, very important. Any kind of physical activity is very important. Again, education and awareness programs in an organization is very, very important. Your diet, you just need to take care of yourself first and your mental health in order to perform well in a workplace or your family. And sometimes taking care of oneself or your self-care is not being selfish. I think that's very, very important. We have to be more and more balanced in order to take care of our family better and to perform well and productively in the workplace. These are a few things which I could think of. Speaking about physical activities, implementing again in a workplace, going back to stress management techniques. For example, Archana ma'am has spoken beautifully about breathing exercises, other practices. Promoting regular exercise and physical activity is very, very important. Any kind of stretching, aerobics would definitely help. And in fact, if it's possible, walking is the easiest way you can exercise. It has a lot of benefits, and you don't have to spend anything. If you have a difficulty to spend, again, jogging is very, very important. Swimming, gardening, walking, as I have already mentioned, singing is very, very, it has a therapeutic effect. Stretching, yoga, cycling, aerobics are also very, very useful. And with that short presentation, I would like to end today's session and requesting Dr. Archana to go ahead with the vote of thanks for this wonderful session. Thank you, Dr. Archana. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. As we close our mental health at work symposium, I want to thank everyone who made this event possible. First and foremost, a special thank you to all the participants for your unique contributions and active engagement, your insights and experiences, each one a valuable piece of the puzzle, have truly enriched our discussion today. Your unique perspectives have been instrumental in shaping the success of this symposium. Each of you have played a crucial role, and we are deeply grateful for your involvement. I would also like to extend our sincere appreciation to our esteemed partners, Mansa Subakaran Mindcare, Yellow Pond India, and Forest Creative Arts Studio Punjab. Your invaluable support from providing expert speakers to the interactive session and your collaboration in promoting the event have not just been instrumental but pivotal in shaping the success of today's session. Your partnership has been a cornerstone of our achievement, and we are truly grateful for your contributions. On behalf of Deccan Positive Mental Health, I would like to acknowledge the meticulous planning and hard work put in by the organizing team. Your dedication, attention to detail, and efforts have been the driving force behind the success of today's session. Thank you, everyone, for your time and efforts. Let's continue the journey of learning and collaboration with more and more such webinars. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sunanda. Wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
Wonderful
Thank
job.
you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone, for those lovely presentations. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye, friends. Enjoy your
Bye.
remaining part of the Sunday.
Bye, Sunanda ma'am. Bye,
Happy-
everyone. Bye, Archana. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.